Back at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, the lineup cards are being handed out at home plate by managers Terry Francona and Tony La Russa. The umpiring crew, and it's a good one working this series. Greg Bonan behind the plate, Eric Gregg at first base, Frank Foley at second, and Angel Hernandez will umpire at third. Game one of a 3-game weekend series. Cardinals happy to be home after a disastrous trip in which they went 2-9. And the Phils just as soon would have stayed at home. The Phillies were 6-2 on their homestand, including 3 out of 4 from St. Louis. The Cardinals still have a shot at that National League Central. No one's taken charge of it. St. Louis 8.5 games back, but Houston's in the throes of a 4-game losing streak as well. So that Central Division is kind of still up for grabs, although St. Louis trails Pittsburgh by 4.5. Pittsburgh is second. Terry Francona's starting lineup for the Phils. Rex Hudler in center field leads off. Kevin Sefcik second base bats second. Greg Jeffries left field hitting third. Scott Rowland a 14-game hitting streak at third base hits fourth. Mike Lieberthal will catch and bat fifth. Rico Brogna at first base hitting sixth. Tony Barron in right field bats seventh. Kevin Stocker the shortstop batting eighth. Batting ninth and pitching Mark Leiter. That lineup is facing Donovan Osborne.
Well, Donovan Osborne is usually a pretty good pitcher, but the last time the Phillies faced him at Veterans Stadium, he gave up 8 earned runs in just 3 innings. Really lit him up. Ordinarily, his control is pretty good. Gets some strikeouts. He really laced him back in Philadelphia.
Defensively behind Osborne, Gary Gaetti at third, David Bell at shortstop, Delino DeShields at second, Mark McGwire at first, Mike DeFelice catching. In the outfield, Ron Gant, Ray Langford back in the lineup. They welcome him back, and John Mabry in right. Langford had been missing since the game at Philadelphia where he pulled a hamstring muscle, but back in the lineup, and he has been their biggest offensive threat thus far this year. Rex Hudler back in the Phillies lineup. And Mark McGwire in his first game before the home fans joined the Cardinals on the road. And McGwire put another awesome batting practice display on before the home crowd here. He's reunited with Tony La Russa, who had him, of course, at Oakland.
And the fans would really love him if he'd start hitting some of these home runs in the game. You see, getting all those tape measure jobs in batting practice. I imagine he'll make somebody pay. He looks like he's, pressing a little bit, Harry.
Yeah, I think it's hard at mid-season to change leagues. I mean, you've got all pitchers you haven't seen. You've got umpires. I think the National League strike zone is bigger than the American League strike zone, and I think it's a difficult transition. Rex Hudler leads it off, and he takes one a little bit high for a ball, 1-0. Donovan Osborne has missed much of this season with a groin muscle pull. This is just his 9th start. He's a 28-year-old first-round draft pick of the Cardinals in the June '90 draft. 13th player selected in that draft. High fly ball right field. John Mabry is there. Hudler is retired. 1 down here in the first, and that'll bring up Kevin Sefcik.
Nissan scouting report on Donovan Osborne. Fastball, tails, that's like a sinker. Curveball, slider, changeup. See, that's his good pitch right there, right on the outside corner and down.
Kevin Sefcik hitting .273. Off-speed pitch pulled in, 0-2. He has 2 home runs, one of them coming off Osborne. One ball and 2 strikes. St. Louis pitching has not been their problem. Their staff ERA is 3rd best in the league at 3.55. Sefcik will take a walk back to the dugout. He is called out on strikes. 2 quick outs for Osborne here in the first. Brings up Greg Jeffries.
This was a good pitch, but I think it was a ball. Just missed the outside corner, but he got the call. Harry, you always say,
swing the bat, Whitey.
Well, they'd better be swinging him here with this crew.
Greg Bonan. Here's a fly ball into right center field. Mabry has this one lined up. And Osborne has a 1-2-3 inning here in the first. No runs, hits, errors, and none left after 1/2. Phil's nothing. St. Louis coming to bat.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
Blockbuster has all the hot summer hits, more hot new releases, and more copies of them. Donnie Brasco, Sling Blade, Jungle to Jungle, Shine, Fools Rush In, Private Parts. We're turning up the heat with more movies than anyone in the world. Blockbuster's hot summer hits. Take them home and make it a Blockbuster night.
Jim Herr doesn't use just any potatoes. But then Jim Herr doesn't make just any potato chip. Make hers yours.
Mad About You. Weeknights at 7 and 11 on WB17.
Bottom half of the first inning, starting lineup for Tony La Russa's St. Louis Cardinals. Delino DeShields, second base, leads off. Ron Gant, left field, batting second. Ray Langford, center field, hitting third. Mark McGwire, first base, bats fourth. Gary Gaetti, third baseman, hitting fifth. John Mabry in right field, bats sixth. Mike DeFelice, the catcher, hitting seventh. David Bell at shortstop, bats eighth. Donovan Osborne, the pitcher, hitting ninth. They are facing Mark Leiter.
Now, Leiter pitched one of his better games against Donovan Osborne last week when they hooked up together. I think, Harry, the big difference in this lineup is Langford. He's a good hitter. Yeah. He has power, and he just murders the Phillies.
Yeah, they missed him on this trip. He got hurt early in the trip with a hamstring muscle pull, and that's one of the reasons they went 2-9. They just couldn't get any offense at all going, and they did miss Langford, no question. Defensively, behind Leiter, Scott Rowland at third, Kevin Stocker shortstop, Kevin Sefcik at second, Rico Brogna at first, Mike Lieberthal catching. The outfield from left to right, Greg Jeffries, Rex Hudler, and Tony Barron. Delino DeShields hitting at .290. Leads the majors in triples with 10 of them. And he offers at the first pitch, and he slings a single to right center field. Well, DeShields, a leadoff base runner, and he is a base stealer. He's third in the league in steals with 37 of them. St. Louis also third in the league as a team in steals. They have 109 stolen bases. Ron Gant hitting at .227. Strange to see him in the 2-hole, but he has struggled this year. He has 14 homers, 52 RBIs.
He seems to be the whipping boy on this club. Everybody's blaming him for he's not having a good year, but you can't take all the blame by yourself.
Line drive to left. That's a base hit. So the Cardinals get it going early here on 2 pitches, 2 hits. They're not up there looking Leiter over. They're swinging the bats.
Gant hit a high pitch, and DeShields hit a high pitch. This one was right up there by the shoulders. You're not waiting around. 2 pitches, 2 hits.
I guess early in the game, not much sense in Jeffries challenging that ball, but like he might have been able to challenge it.
Greg, you know, I think he's improving as a left fielder, but he's still not a great outfielder.
Langford is hitting at .320, and he takes one for a strike. Langford's 9th in the league in hitting. He's 2nd in the league in slugging percentage. He missed 8 ball games because of that hamstring muscle pull, and Redbirds really missed him. It's been either all or nothing for Langford against Mark Leiter. He's faced him 4 times. Leiter struck him out 3 times. And the other time he hit a home run.
Langford hopes he doesn't have to run hard here on anything.
You ever have a hamstring muscle pull?
Yep. Didn't miss a game.
You didn't miss a game?
Didn't miss a game. I'll tell you what they did. Frank Wiechek was our trainer. His ex-wife Carol lives up in the Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area, but he taped it so hard, so tight, I couldn't hurt it.
You never re-aggravated it at all?
No, not while it was taped that hard. I couldn't run nearly as well, and I couldn't run full speed, but 3/4 speed wasn't too bad for me. I bet I played a month with that kind of a tape.
Wow. See, don't make them like they used to, Leiter.
Well, I don't know about that, but I didn't even think about sitting down, and they didn't think about sitting me down.
2 men on base, nobody out, a ball and 2 strikes to Langford.
To run very stiff-legged with that kind of a bandage on there.
Birthday wishes tonight to Jeffrey Brubaker, celebrating in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And we have some Philly fans here. Reverend Edward Rust, Pennsauken United Methodist Church pastor, his wife Sherry, daughters Megan and Brittany are here. Reverend Rust and family sent us up a huge chocolate chip cookie, which Whitey Wheels has confiscated. Full count to Langford.
I had him on 2, and he started nibbling. Now he's full count.
Runners go. Fly ball deep left field. Jeffrey's back at the track. Makes the catch, and the runners will have to hang on since they were going. Bit of a gamble by Tony La Russa to send the runners, because a line drive would have resulted in a triple play. He had a line drive to the infield, but he did send them 1 down, and here's Mark McGwire. That's a standing ovation.
Leiter throwing a 3-2 breaking ball.
So McGwire, even though he has struggled since coming over to the Cardinals, gets quite a reception from St. Louis fans, who are among the best in baseball. They're great fans here. McGwire just 2 for 25. And hit a home run in his last 70 at-bats, spanning last couple of weeks at Oakland. That's the longest drought he's gone homerless since 90 and 91. Popped him up. Shallow right field. Sefcik goes out. The infield fly rule in effect, and that's a big out for Leiter.
Well, he had a good pitch to hit there. I mean, that was it looked like almost like a hanging slider or curve. Here it is right here. And I mean, this is a pitch. Oh, I mean, that was really a good pitch. It was over the middle of the plate and up.
McGwire does not hit Leiter for some reason. Mark's faced him in the American League, and McGwire is just 1 for 14 lifetime against Leiter. There's Gary Gaetti batting at .268. Runners still at first and second with 2 outs now, and Leiter can see his way out of this inning after giving back-to-back hits to DeShields and Gant. Dribbles it softly. They'll let it roll. Foul. No balls and a strike to Gaetti.
You know whose birthday it is tomorrow, don't you?
Our colleagues.
He's correct.
Christopher Wheeler.
I think he's been talking about it for a couple months.
Yeah.
It would have been a shame if we would have forgotten it.
He always gives us advance warning.
I bought him the same thing I bought him last year, really.
Did you? Nothing.
Nothing. Same thing you buy me and I buy you.
There he is.
Hard to believe he's just, what, 50 some.
I don't know how old he is. I was aware of those cameras. He was aware that he was on. Splitter fooled him. No balls and 2 strikes to Gaetti. Leiter lifetime, pretty good numbers against St. Louis. 2-1 career mark against St. Louis with 3.19 lifetime ERA. Runners are going. They picked a good pitch. Throw down to second is late. Double steal. DeShields steals his 38th and Gant is 12th. Really, Lieberthal had no throw. Probably should have just eaten the ball. He had no chance with a pitch bouncing up there.
Had no chance, but he made it close at second. He made a good throw.
One and 2 the count to Gary Gaetti. He checked on a low pitch. Eric Craig says no swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Splitter. That looked like he didn't go very far with the bat.
You know, sometimes those are called, sometimes they're not. 2-2. Hard shot through the legs of Roland. Wow, you don't see that very often. Right through the wickets. It was sharply hit, but Scott was there, and that's a 2-run mistake. Cardinals jump to a 2-0 lead. That'll probably be an error on Scott Rowland. Or it should be.
Yeah, when they go through the legs, I don't care how hard they hit, they score errors. Was a bullet, but just didn't get the glove down.
We'll bring up John Mabry. Mabry hitting at 287. One ball and no strikes to Mabry. There's an error on Rowland. He's the breaking ball foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to John Mabry. Cardinals have jumped to a 2-0 lead. Both runs will be unearned as a result of the error on Scott Rowland. In the air down the left field foul line. Long run, Stocker and Rowland, and they almost collide, and Rowland makes the play down the left field foul line. Nice play by Rowland, but his error lets in 2 runs for St. Louis. 2 hits, 1 costly error, 1 man left, and after 1 it's 2-0 Cardinals.
Budweiser.
I can't believe they went with the frogs.
Louis.
Our audition was flawless.
Louis.
We did the look. Huh? We did the tongue thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Louis, frogs sell beer. That's it, man. #1 rule of marketing.
The Budweiser lizards. We could have been huge.
Hey, there'll be other auditions.
Oh, yeah, for what? This was Budweiser, buddy.
know.
This was big. Those frogs are gonna pay.
Let it go, Louis. Let it go.
Computers, 45.
Temping, 107.
Air conditioning, 23.
There's one place where businesses always connect. They run more efficiently, attract more business.
Contractor, page 48.
Oh, yes, I know your work. Building inspection, page 35.
The Bell Atlantic business-to-business buying guide. Maybe they saw our ad on 93. Cool. From suppliers to manufacturers, it's where business meets business.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Mellon, it's where you're going.
After 1 inning of play, St. Louis 2, Phillies nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game starting at 8 and Sunday afternoon's final game of this series with the Cardinals beginning at 2 with Mike Dardis and the pregame show on Sunday. Scott Rowland leads off for the Phillies. Rowland hitting at .297. 14-game hitting streak coming into this game. Breaking ball missing, 1-0. Rowland is 2 for 5 lifetime against Osborne with a home run. He balls and no strikes. Foul out of play. Cubs and the Mets made a big trade today, Whitey. The New York Mets sending Lance Johnson, Mark Clark, and Manny Alexander to Chicago. For Brian McRae, Mel Rojas, and Turk Wendell. In the air to deep center field. Langford is there, though, in front of the warning track, and he puts it away, 1 down.
And that was a huge trade. I like that Lance Johnson a lot. But the Mets needed relief help.
They needed bullpen help. Rojas now will be a setup man for John Franco, and Turk Wendell also they needed some help in the bullpen, and they got it. And Hal's son Brian will be going on to New York. Cubs also let Terry Mulholland go. He was claimed on waivers by San Francisco. Giants further strengthened their pitching staff. Giants are still in first by a 1.5 games over the Dodgers in that West, and they also have stocked up on left-hand pitching. Looking ahead to playing, if they do ever play the Atlanta Braves, that's a good thing to have, is left-hand starting pitching, because the Braves are susceptible to southpaws. One and two here to Mike Lieberthal.
That meant that all those players in that trade had to clear waivers.
Yeah, the trading deadline was July 31st, midnight July 31st. That's well hit too, but a lot of room out there for Langford, who puts it away, 2 down. Now it seems strange, but this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of the Phillies and WPHL TV. Rico Bronya starting against the left-hander. Bronya has struggled against left-hand pitching, hitting just .175 against him. Off the end of the bat, foul down the left field side. The ball's at a strike to Bronya. balls and 2 strikes to Rico. Hard ground ball, base hit, right field. So Brogna gets the Phillies' first hit. He's a 2-out base runner for Tony Barron.
Osborne threw him that same pitch that he just missed the pitch before, the slider, but this time he got it up and over the plate. And Rico able to get some decent wood on it. Had him 0-2. See, that's kind of a hanger and up too high.
Certainly wasn't where Osborne wanted to put it. Tony Barron batting at .407. The rookie will be 31 years of age in 9 days, and he's finally got a chance at Major League Baseball and has done a good job for the Phils. 2 for 2 against Donovan Osborne. A game of Veterans Stadium, both of them doubles. And he lines a base hit to right field. Brogna will hold on at second base, so Barron continues his hitting.
Well, he usually gets pretty good swings and pretty good wood on the ball. See, this is out away from him. Backdoor slider that was up a little bit.
Brings on Kevin Stocker. Stocker hitting at .264. Batting better right-handed than left, at .304, hitter right-handed. This with a change wide, 1 ball and no strikes. St. Louis leading 2-0. We're in the second. Bouncing ball to third. Gaetti will take the easy way. Going to the bag, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second, 2-0 St. Louis.
Neither rain nor mud, nor ruts and ridges, nor rocks and rivers, nor sleet nor snow shall keep a new Toyota 4Runner from keeping you from your appointed rounds. Power you need, and all the room and comfort you want. And with a starting price around $20,000, it could take your dollar even further.
The most prestigious national authority on evaluating managed health plans has awarded Keystone Health Plan East a full accreditation.
By meeting all of the NCQA's rigorous standards, Keystone is among the top 20% of the nation's HMOs, receiving the highest accreditation possible.
We will continue to work hard to merit this accreditation.
Because we've understood how important quality health care is for you and your family for nearly 60 years.
For unsurpassed quality,
you can lean on us.
Jumbo Gym Bag, courtesy of Amtrak for fans 14 and under when the Phillies play the Dodgers Sunday, August 24th at 1:35. Great seat locations start at just $5. Call 463-1000 and ask about the daily special.
Tonight on WB 17 News at 10, a 13-month-old East Falls baby is dead after being found in a bathtub. Police are questioning the grandmother. A tanker overturns and bursts into flames near the site of yesterday's deadly plane crash in Miami. These stories plus an Eagles top receiver prepares for what he hopes will be another big year for the Birds. And the Dow takes Wall Street for a scary downhill ride. We'll have details on WB 17 News at 10 after the Phillies game.
Bottom of the second, 2-0 St. Louis. Our trivia question tonight is brought to you by the new Dodge. The Cardinals' Mark McGwire, now that he's in the National League, is one of 4 active National League players with 300 or more career home runs. Can you name the other 3 active National League players who have hit 300 or more career homers? Fans, if you'd like to play along with Rich on our trivia question, email us with your guesses to WB17Phils@AOL.com. And for more information on the Phillies, check out our AOL site at keyword WB17 Sports. Curveball for a strike to Mike DeFelice, the catcher. DeFelice hitting at .242. Takes the high fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to DeFelice. Cardinals and the Phillies both have struggled to score runs. St. Louis 461 runs, 3rd fewest in the league. Phillies 441. 2nd fewest. Only Cincinnati has scored fewer runs this year than the Cardinals and the Phils. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two and two. Once again, Leiter getting ahead of the hitter 0-2 and then works the count full to 3-2. Terry Francona, pitching coach Galen Cisco. Line drive to right. That'll be a base hit for DeFelice. Cardinals' 3rd hit off Leiter, and that'll bring up David Bell. Bell hitting at .250. Just 2 for 5 against Leiter. Lifetime with a double and a triple.
Dad must have been talking to him about hitting because he's a better hitter than he used to be.
Dad Buddy, the manager of the Detroit Tigers. 1 strike to Bell.
David, Buddy, and Gus, 3 generations of major leaguers.
Good catch by Lieberthal. 1-1. Tyler Green will pitch tomorrow in game 2 of this series against the rookie Manny Ibar. Sunday it's Kurt Schilling and rookie Matt Morris. Fouled. 1-2 the count to David Bell. St. Louis leading it 2-0. A couple of unearned runs in the 1st inning. Is not a base stealer at all, and Leiter just gives him that base by throwing over to first base. He throws over to first base a lot, regardless of the base runner. DeFelice certainly isn't a base stealer, but Mark costs himself a base there with a wild throw.
And that's a wasted throw and a wasted base. And he didn't even have much of a lead. He'd like 2 steps off the bag. Faster runner would have been on 3rd.
One and two the count to David Bell. shallow center field. Hudler coming in. Oh, it drops between Hudler and out at second base, though, is DeFelice. Wow, the Phils got a break there. Rico Bronium hustling over to cover second base, and they get an out at second after the ball dropped between Hudler and Stocker and Sepsik.
Yeah, that's no excuse for that. Morandini had this play easily as he waved his arm, but now he's called off.
Sepsik.
Or Sepsik, not Morandini. That was Sepsik. But they get it out, and that will be just a... Well, that should be a single for Bell.
Should be a hit, I would think. Yeah, here's Donovan Osborne. Bronya alertly covering second base, and they got DeFelice as Osborne bunts it foul. Osborne is hitting at .214. Does not have any sacrifices. Lifetime a .180 hitter. They don't have a hit on the board yet. I think that should be scored a hit, though.
Nobody got any leather on it.
It's not like it's a fielder's choice. The runner was already at second base. Got the bunt down. Leiter to Sepsik. Sacrifice good by Osborne. Moves Bell to second base, and with 2 outs, it'll bring up Delino DeShields. Saturday, August 23rd, when the Phillies take on the Los Angeles Dodgers, we have a very special tribute commemorating Jackie Robinson, who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball 50 years ago. All fans receive a beautiful print to remember the day, plus enjoy a moving pregame tribute. That'll be on August 23rd. Mark it down in your calendars. 7:05 game time. For tickets, just call 215-463-1000. When you call that number, be sure to ask about our daily special.
They put an error up on that board, Harry. They hit 3 errors up there for the Phillies.
Okay, well, who'd they give the error to? Stocker, Hudler, or Sepsik?
I don't know. I don't think they announced it up here. I remember St. Louis get some goofy scoring.
From a long time to make up their mind on the ball that went through Roland's legs for an error in the first inning that led to the 2 Cardinal runs. 1 ball and 1 strike to DeShields.
Cardinals really did some terrible base running in last night's game against Atlanta. Had a runner thrown out at home to end the game when there were 3 runs behind. Willie McGee forgot the outs in 1 inning, and he was doubled off. He took off running on an easy fly ball to the outfield with only 1 away. That's watching the third base coach. He was very critical, self-critical, after that runner was thrown out at home in the 9th inning.
Doing 1 here to Delino DeShields. He singled and scored a run his first time up. Three and 1.
Delino's had a good year.
Yeah, he has.
37 stolen bases, hitting in the 290s.
Full count now to DeShields. On with the second. Cardinals lead at 2-0. Shields called out on strikes on a backdoor breaking ball, and that will retire the side. No runs in the inning. 1 hit, 2 errors, and 1 man left. After 2, it's 2-0 St. Louis.
Budweiser.
I can't believe they went with the frogs.
Louis.
Our audition was flawless.
Louis.
We did the look. Huh? We did the tongue thing.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Louis, frogs sell beer. That's it, man. #1 rule of marketing.
The Budweiser lizards. We could have been huge.
Hey, there'll be other auditions.
Oh, yeah, for what? This was Budweiser, buddy.
No.
This was big. Those frogs are gonna pay.
Let it go, Louis. Let it go.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
This has got to be wrong.
What?
Our long-distance bill.
That high, huh?
No, that low.
People who use 10321 are doing a double take on their long-distance bill.
Must be someone else's.
You save over AT&T on every call in the U.S.
Every call is less, and all the calls over 20 minutes are 50% less.
You just dial 10321, then 1, the area code and number.
And these calls to Canada are cheap.
I could get used to this. Let's call someone.
Okay.
10321.
Oh, your mother.
Buying a new wet dry vac? Remember, only one has 2 separate tanks. One for wet, one for dry. So it never leaves a mess in the tank.
Nobody does it like you.
3rd inning, Cardinals lead at 2-0. Mark Leiter leads off for the Phils. Leiter hitting at 118. Had 2 hits on Sunday off Osborne. He looks at a strike. Our trivia question brought to you by the new Dodge. The Cardinals' Mark McGwire is in the National League now and one of 4 active National League players with 300 or more career home runs. Can you name the other 3?
Yeah, counting American Leaguers, right?
No, National League guys in the National League. Weren't necessarily always in the National League, but guys that are now in the National League that have 300 or more home runs lifetime. Leiter goes down swinging on a changeup. 2nd strikeout for Osborne. 1 down.
Center fielder. You got Freddie McGriff.
Crime Dog is one of them. 322.
I had written down a couple of American League players.
Oh, these are National Leaguers.
No. Give me just a couple seconds here, Harry. I'll come up with them.
Rex Hudler flied out to right his first time up. Off-speed pitch missing. 1 ball and no strikes. One. Balls and a strike to Rex Hudler.
But that Galarraga.
Good guess. Incorrect, however.
Oh, got it.
Changeup. He's used the changeup effectively, as Osborne. 3rd strikeout. 2 down here in the 3rd.
Good pitch. It's kind of a backdoor let-up slider. Took something off the pitch.
Sefcik lofts a foul down the right field side, out of play. Sefcik was called out on strikes his first time up.
About that Barry Bonds.
That's correct. 342 for Barry Bonds. The other one, this one surprised me. This is a tough one. How about the Cardinal third baseman?
Coyote?
Coyote has 318 lifetime home runs. I never would have guessed that either.
Most of those in the American League.
Viewer Bob Horwitz had the correct answer to our trivia question. And yeah, Coyote, I didn't realize he hit that many home runs. He's been a good, steady ball player. Sometimes probably an underrated ball player.
He doesn't have a Spalding guide stance or swing, but he sure gets a good part of the bat on the ball. Why couldn't I have said Mark McGwire? He's in the.
Well, no, we said besides Mark McGwire,
okay.
the other three.
A little disclaimer there.
Locked in the air to right center, and Ray Langford will put that one away. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. It is 2-0 St. Louis.
If you've been postponing the purchase of a brand new truck, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $13.50 off on a Dodge Dakota or up to $11.85 in package value discounts on a Dodge Ram. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance. Because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near.
At AIG, we know the world can be a risky place, which is why we insure skyscrapers, mass transit, and police. We also provide life insurance and insurance for fire departments. The AIG companies even have coverage for trucking fleets and highways. And once you've finally made your escape, insurance for your car. The AIG companies, insuring your work, your life, your world.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by Nissan, who reminds you that life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. By Hoover. Nobody gets the dirt like Hoover. Nobody. And by your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. Now, we've just discovered in the previous inning that Rex Hudler was given the air on that pop fly into shallow center field that dropped between Hudler, Sefcik, and Stocker. Ron Gant will lead it off for St. Louis. He singled and scored a run his first time up. One ball and no strikes to Gant. It's called strike. One and one to Gant. Outside corner, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Good pitch. Right on, fastball right out there. His fastball looked pretty good after he throws, you know, that breaking ball and the splitter. And
2-2. Scant retired. One down. That'll bring up Ray Langford. He flied out to deep left his first time up.
He got this one. Probably a tougher play than the one he missed. He doesn't miss many, I'll tell you. He makes plays that.
A tremendous series against Houston. Well hit to dead center field. Out of here. Home run, Ray Langford. Number 23 for Langford. And the Cardinals now lead it 3-0. To say that the Redbirds on that road trip missed this guy is an understatement. He's been most of their offense this year.
His eyes must light up when he faces Phillies pitching. That was a good pitch to hit, and he hit it.
Well, it's 3-0 St. Louis, and that'll bring up Mark McGwire. Cut, fouled it back, 1 strike to McGwire. Deep left, there, foul. Oh, it hit the foul pole, home run. Boy, did that get out of here in a hurry. In a New York minute. That baby was scalded, hit the foul pole. The only question, would it be fair? And first National League home run for McGwire, his 35th this year. That was smoke.
That ball was hit so hard it didn't have time to hook.
Did it break that pole out there?
Showing the pole's up there yet, but I mean, the bullet. It would have been high up in that second deck.
The back-to-back homers by Langford and McGwire, and all of a sudden it's a 4-0 game. Doffs his cap to the home crowd here, and that'll do a lot not only for St. Louis but also for Mark McGwire. You knew it was just a matter of time before you get it going here in the National League. Now balls and 2 strikes to Gaetti. Mark Leiter is victimized by the long ball. That's the 20th home run he's given up this year. Got him with a splitter, struck out Gaetti. Second strikeout for Leiter, 2 down here in the 3rd. That'll bring up John Mabry. Mabry fouled out to Scott Rowland down the left field line his first time up.
The one McGwire, or Gaetti missed, splitter, out in front of the swing.
Foul back and out of play. No balls and a strike. One strike to Mabry. Fouls that one out of play. 2. St. Louis leading at 4-0. We're in the 3rd. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Leiter, but back-to-back homers by Langford and McGwire. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and none left. Chris Wheeler joins Rich Ashburn in the 4th inning at the end of 3 innings of play. It's 4-0 St. Louis.
Announcing Ford's factory authorized clearance.
Best time of the year to buy.
Now is the best time to get the one you want. Like Ford Escort with low 2.9 financing for 48 months or $1,000 cash back. Or get a Ford Ranger with 2.9 financing or $1,000 cash back.
Big selection, big savings. This is our biggest event of the year.
I would hurry.
It's back, it's big, it's what you want. Ford's factory authorized clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
You're the one that I want.
Seeking a new family immediately, unhappily.
Then on the Wayans brothers, his name is Pops. He's a lover.
Oh, your mom and I were big-time swingers back in the old days.
He's one bad...
Shut your mouth.
I was gonna say brother.
Have you no shame, old man?
Just talking about Pops on a special night of the Wayans brothers, after an apple.
Sunday beginning at 9 on WB 17.
Travel provided by U.S. Airways, offering the only daily nonstop service between Philadelphia and Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport.
Phillies bat here in the 4th. Trailing 4-0. The homestand coming up with the Giants and Dodgers and Padres. August 18th, 19th, and 20th. The Giants. Fan Zone Day is on the 20th. 7:35 start. Dodgers in for 3. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 22nd, 23rd, 24th of August. Saturday's the Jackie Robinson tribute night and Dollar Dog Day. Sunday is the Amtrak Jumbo Gym Bag Day. 1:35 start. Padres in Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. The Wednesday game is the last Mellon PSFS business person special, and it's the Pride of the Phillies poster day. Good homestand coming up. 1-2. The count on Jeffries. 2-2. Jeffries, Roland, Lieberthal. First 3 batters here in the 4th. Phillies trail 4-0 on 2 unearned runs and back-to-back homers. Chris Wheeler with us in the 4th.
Kind of feel honored to have seen that ball that McGwire hit.
I'd like to be traveling on that.
Really?
Tilden, Nebraska.
He hit that.
Just get there in a hurry.
Paul got in the way of that, knocking somebody's salad out of their hand up there in the Stadium Club. That would have awakened. There's a Stadium Club. People are having dinner. That would have gotten their attention if that pole hadn't been there.
Full count to Jeffries. Flied out his first time up.
Just the opposite of the game on Sunday. Leiter pitched with a big lead and had an easy time of it. Now Donovan Osborne has the lead. And he got raked around in the game on Sunday.
Slow bouncer. Ooh, wide throw.
He'll get second too because he went in the dugout. David Bell is not a shortstop. He had to come a long way for that. and was kind of off balance when he threw it. Mark McGwire did not shift real well either, and the ball went in the dugout, almost got a couple of their players. See if they scored an error all the way or hit an error. It probably should be an error all the way because he juggled it and he had time.
Close. It would have been close. I think he'd had him. Jeffries is on second, nobody out. Bell will get an error.
Yeah, it scored an error all the way.
Scott Rowland, the batter, flied out to deep center in his first at bat. This is the inning that Phillies really raked Osborne in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he sailed through the first 3 innings. And then they got a bunch of runs off him. Subsequent hit a 3-run homer.
Ball one to Rowland.
Then get well wishes along to Francis Maloney of Philadelphia, a longtime Phillies fan, wife of our old friend Jim Maloney, who's worked at the ballpark for a long time. She's recuperating from some surgery, so hope Francis feels better real soon. I know she's watching the ball game tonight.
Good pitch. Outside corner. 1-1 the count to Rowland. Jeffries at second and nobody out. Big cut. No contact. Osborne is throwing a little better than he did in Philadelphia too.
Well, after Sefcik hit that 3-run home run off him last week, he was a different pitcher. Threw a fastball down the middle, he hit it out, and he was never the same after that.
Close pitch just inside. 2-2 the count. And Rowland. Another close pitch.
Wanted that one. See the way he bent his knees after that.
Full count.
Watch right here. You can see why he wanted it. It's close. I guess he called it low, but Osborne made it very obvious he thought it was a strike.
And Rowland chased a bad pitch. I believe that was that changeup.
It was a 3-2 changeup with a 4-run lead. That'll fool a hitter a lot of times, and it fooled him that time.
Fourth strikeout for Osborne. Jeffries on second, 1 out now for Mike Lieberthal, who flied out to center. Good strike on Lieberthal. Missed outside. Good crowd here tonight, probably because Mark McGwire playing his first game here in St. Louis for one reason.
And they have a football game in town too with 60-some thousand people going on right now. So great sports town. 2 events drawing like this. And there is Mark McGwire, who has rewarded the hometown fans with a homer tonight.
Chases a bad pitch.
I mean, the only guy with more home runs per at bat in the history of baseball is Babe Ruth. So you figured he was going to hit one pretty soon. I mean, the odds were just there for him.
He had gone, what, 70-some times without a hit, including his Oakland.
Yeah. Well, he was 2 for 25.
Without a home run, I should say.
Yeah, without a homer.
Trouble is, he only gets 1 home run out of that last one. Those are the kind you ought to get at least 2.
Whoops. Like a little pass ball action there.
That's what it was. I think the catcher was crossed up.
Felice is walking right to Osborne, though, to say something to him. So, I mean, he just missed it. And normally when there's a runner on second, a guy misses a ball like this, he's crossed up. Oh, yeah, he was. See, yeah, he was reaching one way and it came the other way.
Put Jeffries on third, 1 out.
Starting to rain a little bit here.
2-2 the count to Lieberthal.
See a little bit of a misty rain.
Good cut, fouled it off. The Phillies do have a chance here to put something on the board if Lieberthal can get him in. Leiter looking to Hudler. Sapsik. They'll score a run. Caught out there by Langford. Didn't look like he had a bad leg there. The Phillies get a run, though, on Lieberthal's sacrifice fly, and the Cardinals lead it 4-1. 2 outs and nobody on. The pass ball will probably keep that from being in the air in the inning. Will keep that from being an earned run. It will be. It won't be an earned run.
Oh, yeah, unearned. Jeffrey's getting on the error by Bell.
Rico Bronya, the batter, singled his first time up. Strike one on Rico. Just outside. Pretty well hit, but Langford on his horse. Whoa! And he crunches it. He might have misjudged that ball a little bit, but he made a good play. That'll retire the side. 1 run, no hits, an error, and nobody left. Cardinals bat in the 4th. They lead 4-1.
With my old health plan, I needed a referral to see my gynecologist. Now, look, I'm a big girl, but the whole ordeal was kind of uncomfortable. But that was then. We switched to Keystone, you know, back by the Blues. They don't make me get permission to see my gynecologist. They understand that I can handle it myself whenever I choose.
Direct Access, another innovation from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
Keystone understands women.
Computers, page 45. Temping, 107.
Air conditioning, 23. There's one place where businesses always connect, where they run more efficiently, attract more business.
Contractor, page 48.
Oh, yes, I know your work. Building inspection, page 35.
The Bell Atlantic business-to-business buying guide. Maybe they saw our ad on 93. Cool. From suppliers to manufacturers, it's where business meets business.
Good evening, I'm Steve Highsmith. In the news at this hour, fed-up authorities face a decision over Camden's troubled public housing. The president and Mary Tyler Moore launch a new fight against diabetes, and it's getting nastier on the UPS picket line. Larry?
And the rain skirts the Jersey shoreline.
Details and a report from St. Louis after the game.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by your local Dodge dealers. The more things change, the more things look like the new Dodge. By Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you. And by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. Started to rain a little harder here between innings. I think it's raining hard enough to stop play, but
no, and as you can see there where the game's not official yet. It has to go at least 4.5 with the Phillies trailing in the ball game. So a ways to go, and the umpires, Frank Pulley, the crew chief of this group, and they'll do everything they can to make sure that's official before they even think about stopping play.
T. Felice, the batter, singled his first time up. Leiter's been in some trouble. Just inside, ball 1. T. Felice, Bell, and Osborne, first 3 batters here in the bottom of the 4th. Fouled it back. Ball on a strike on DeFelice. Inside. Tough place to win ball games here in St. Louis. Cardinals play pretty good ball here, it seems.
4 games above 500 here at home. They're 14 under on the road for a 10 under record.
Good slider there by Leiter. There's the consular, Tony La Russa. Had a law degree out of what, Florida State or Florida?
I don't know. He's from Tampa.
Yeah, but I think it was Florida State. Never practiced law.
Florida State, 1978.
Struck him out looking on that slider. That's the 4th strikeout for Mark Leiter.
Here's the strikeout as the slider is on the outside corner, and it's really raining hard now. I mean, a lot of fans are heading for shelter. Their umbrellas are up. It's a shame because there's a great enthusiastic crowd here tonight, a good ball game going on, but this rain is going to put a little damper on it.
Dave Bell, the batter, reached base on an error. His first time up. He gave the error to Hudler. It looks like, well, there are the fans heading for shelter. Players aren't, though. Ball and a strike on Bell. No, 2-0, excuse me.
There's Greg Bonin, who's the home plate umpire. Pulley at second is the crew chief. He would be the one to call time, but as I said, they want to do everything they can to get this official.
Ball 3.
There's the crew chief from Easton, Pennsylvania, Frank Victor Pulley. Phillies had this crew last week in the Cardinal series at Veterans Stadium.
Strike there, 3-1 on Bell. Seems like it looks like it's raining harder on TV than it actually is raining here at the ballpark.
It's long but foul.
Foul ball.
That baby's in the upper deck. I don't know whether the wind's helping the ball right now or the pitchers are, but they are really flying in this place. Look at Leiter. He's surprised. How can that ball go in the upper deck? David Bell didn't hit any home runs. Hasn't hit any this year.
Full count on David Bell.
This upper deck's further away than the one at the vet.
This guy must have muscled up because we've seen him hit a few balls harder. He got a base hit between third and short. 1-out single for David Bell. And Donovan Osborne will probably try to sacrifice again as he did the first time up.
Here's the ball, base hit in the hole. As Whitey mentioned, Leiter has been in trouble throughout this ball game. The game in Philadelphia on Sunday, he got a big lead, and when he got into trouble, normally there were 2 outs, and he was able to avoid it, pitch a complete game. Tonight, some early inning troubles and the long ball.
2 of the runs are unearned because of an error, but he has been in some trouble every inning. Strike 1 on Donovan.
Kind of surprised they did not show bunt there.
Hitting through the raindrops here now. Strike 1 on Osborne. makes the block.
He swung at that, according to the third base umpire Angel Hernandez on appeal. There's the pitch in the dirt. You see, obviously, he swings at it. And then Angel Hernandez has a real good look at that. And when the home plate umpire asked his opinion, he said yes.
2 strikes on Donovan Osborne. Bell at first, 1 out. Looks him back. Cardinals lead it 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Squared around to bunt that time.
2 strikes. Didn't show bunt on the first 2, and then squares around with 2 strikes. A little unconventional.
And he's either missing a lot of signs, or they're trying to get cute. I don't know which.
Tony La Russa, who is known to be unconventional.
The lawyer. Two and 2 the count.
And the rain has let up. Rain has really let up quite a bit now. The fans are starting to come back to their seats, so hopefully just continue to play a normal game. So Russo looks on.
One thing managers do, they never used to do. They never sit down. They sit down and enjoy the game. There goes the base runner. Roland gets a nice play to his left, and they get Osborne at first. Bell going to second.
Yeah, he had no chance for a play at second base because Morandini, or Sepsic, could play in second, and I had to think about the possibility of a bunt there, so he was kind of cheating towards first. So when Roland gets this play, you see he takes a look, but there's nobody there, and there's no way Sepsic can get there. So that's just like sacrificing. They move him over.
Bell at second, 2 outs for Delino DeShields, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Leiter would like to save this run if he could. But he got to go. That's Sepsic, and makes the play. The outfield grass. That'll retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on after 4 innings. 4-1 Cardinals.
Here's a look at this week's Mellon PSFS Financial Scoreboard, featuring our best CD rates.
Let's go back to the situation of Prohibition. Prohibition was an extremely difficult period for the Bush family. That period almost broke the company. Grandfather had a couple of choices. So he went into the yeast business, he went into the soft drink business, he went into the making of carriages, he went into the making of cabinets. When Prohibition finally came to an end, my father wanted to do something for his father. He did so by presenting him with an 8-horse hitch, the Clydesdales. The Clydesdales were taken down Pennsylvania Avenue, where the first case of beer was delivered to then-President Roosevelt. The Clydesdales today are a symbol of that quality, of that tradition, of that excellence that is the hallmark of Budweiser, that is the hallmark of Anheuser-Busch.
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control.
Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
It's time to check out how they scored. Gary Gaetti knocked in a couple runs on an error, balling right through Scott Rowland's leg, a hard hit ball. And then Ray Langford and Mark McGwire went back-to-back. What a bolt by McGwire, his first home run with the Cardinals. Phillies scored an unearned run on a sacrifice fly, that coming in the fourth inning.
Tony Barron leads it off. He singled his first time up. Fly ball center field on the first pitch from Donovan Osborne, and Langford was right there. One out on one pitch. Kevin Stocker will bat, grounded out into a force play his first time up. Plenty of time here to score some runs. We're only in the top of the fifth. Strike one on Stocker.
Yeah, and the Cardinals have not been scoring many runs, and they have 4 tonight, so they have to be feeling pretty good about it. Now, their pitching has been very, very good this year, but lately their run-scoring problems have been their downfall. 2-9 on their road trip.
Ball and a strike on Stocker. Right at McGwire. He makes the play himself. Hit sharply, but right at Mark McGwire. Second out of the inning, and Mark Leiter will bat. Struck out his first time up. He helped himself a lot the last time he faced Donovan Osborne. He got a couple base hits, knocked in 2 or 3 runs, if I remember. He had a double in that game.
Yeah, to double down the third base line. And had 2 runs batted in on a 2-for-2 ball game. He's actually 2 for 3, but 2 for 2 early on.
Strike one on Leiter. Chased a bad pitch. Oh, 0-2 on Leiter. Swing. Yeah, fouled it off.
This the rain is basically stopped right now, so you really don't have to worry about it. But 1 out away from an official game, so that will make the umpiring crew happy, and certainly the Cardinals happy because they now have an official game here.
Fouled it off. Foul territory. I dropped my pen wheels.
Dropped your pen?
It's somewhere under there.
We'll find it. Here's a backup for now.
Another foul. Pen has a lot of sentimental value, too.
Yeah. I'm sure you've never left that pen anywhere.
I stole it from a hotel.
Yeah.
Chased one in the dirt. Phillies go in order. Cardinals bat in 5th. They lead 4-1.
It's back, and it's what you want. Ford's factory authorized clearance.
It's absolutely the best time to buy.
Now get 4.8% financing or $1,000 cash back on Ford Contour or Ford Windstar, the only minivan with a 5-star safety rating.
This place had exactly what I wanted.
There's even 4.8 financing or $1,500 cash back on Ford Taurus. This is the time to buy, now during Ford's factory authorized clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
You're the one that I want.
When I make an appointment for regular service, how do I know you're going to show up on time?
This is my mobile office. This computer tells me where I have to be, when I have to be. That's how the office communicates with me. They also contact me through the radio or through the mobile phone. I use the phone to call customers ahead of time, let them know I'm coming. Customers don't have to wait. I've always liked working with people and their pets. I'm going to get there because you made an appointment. I'm going to be there.
At AIG, we know the world can be a risky place, which is why we insure skyscrapers, mass transit, and police. We also provide life insurance and insurance for fire departments. The AIG companies even have coverage for trucking fleets and highways. And once you've finally made your escape, insurance for your car. The AIG companies, insuring your work, your life, your world.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to St. Louis. I'm Mike Dardis, and this is a Mazda Sports Break. Of course, the big news today, it's the big deal, the 6-player trade. The Mets and the Cubs, New York getting Brian McRae, Mel Rojas, and Turk Wendell. Chicago gets Lance Johnson, Manny Alexander, and Mark Clark. Also today, Tiger Woods back on track, struggled yesterday. Today, though, a 4-under par round of 68 at the Buick Open, but he's still 9 shots behind the leader, Ernie Els. And Otis Livingston will have a feature on Eagles wide receiver Irving Fryer. That's after the game on WB 17 News at 10. Guys?
Nice to have you here, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Nice to be here.
Mike in St. Louis with us here for the weekend to do some updates, some features, and all kinds of pregame stuff.
Featuring Irving Fryer out of the University of Nebraska.
And Mount Holly, New Jersey. Saw that USA CNN poll today.
Funny part of it is, Wheels, they didn't use Fryer much as a receiver.
Yeah.
They have a running game out there. There's Kurt Schilling, who will pitch here on Sunday.
Right.
Cardinals bat. Ron Gant will lead it off here in the 5th. Gant's 1 for 2 with a single. Run scored. Having a little trouble with the gummy clay, I suppose. The rains have pretty much stopped here.
Yeah, the fans have come back down to the seats, so that was just a real quick, like 10-15 minute shower, and hopefully it'll hold off now.
It'll be Gant, Langford, and McGwire here in the 5th. Langford and McGwire, their last times up, back-to-back homers. McGwire's first National League homer. Good pitch. Ball and a strike on Gant. Four to 1, Cardinals lead. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Right back to Leiter. Easy out. 1 down. Ray Langford is flied out to deep left and hit a home run into right center field.
Now, Langford not in the original starting lineup tonight. He hurt a hamstring at Veterans Stadium last Thursday, so he has been day to day and hasn't played at all. And they put him in after batting practice, and he's one of the best players in the league. 23 home runs, 75 runs batted in. There's nothing he can't do. Good outfielder, runs well, power.
He gave the Cardinals front office a little shot here about a week ago, saying they better get some more hitting. Well, they got Mark McGwire. I guess if you're going to get a hitter, he wouldn't be a bad one to get.
Well, sometimes players say that stuff. It makes you laugh. Because maybe if they would do what they're supposed to do, you wouldn't have to add players during the season.
sound just like a front office person, Will.
I think that sounds very logical.
Well, I don't know about how many front offices have been accused of being logical. Strike one on Langford. Base hit. Well, he wears Phillies pitching out.
It really hit. You see, he just posted down the line, too, because he didn't want to re-injure that hamstring. Now another big ham for McGwire. Here's what happened his last time up. What a bullet this was. Fair or foul, and it was fair, and he knows it right there. His first National League homer off the pole.
He had a great pitch to hit his first time up, but he popped it out.
Well, he really pulled off the first pitch. That one, you could see he stayed back a little bit.
He's 1 for 2 with that home run. Got under that one, but
they're going to yell at everything he hits up in the air now.
Tony Barron makes the play, and that's the second out. Gary Gaetti.
Cardinals hope that he's not a rent-a player. You know, they would like to make him feel welcome here in St. Louis. See, he pulls off there, wide open with that front shoulder, so he hits it to right field, and he's upset with himself right there. But they like to keep him around because he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Gaetti's 0 for 2. For the first 2 outs. Langford probably no threat to steal because of that hamstring problem he's had. Right through there.
If there's any indication of the way he went down the line of that base hit, he's not going to run.
Strike one on Gaetti. I were to ask you.
Uh-oh.
No, it's just a trivia question for tonight. I just wonder if you know the 3 active National League players that have hit 300 home runs in the National League.
3 active.
3 active, yeah.
How about Bonds?
Not including McGwire. Bonds is one of them.
Gaetti.
Gaetti's 2. Now, how did you know Gaetti?
Because he hit a lot of home runs in the American League.
Well, did you think he hit 300? I guess you did, or you wouldn't mention it.
You got one more, huh?
Be correct.
How about Fred McGriff?
You got it. Smarter than me. I didn't get Gaetti.
Well, sometimes you have to think in terms of where you're playing when these guys put these trivia questions together. You know, they try to localize them.
Well, I do think of that, but I thought of Gaetti, but I didn't think he hit. I wouldn't have said he hit 200.
Hey, this guy was a force for those Minnesota Twins. They went to 2 World Series with him, you know, and won them.
Right.
I mean, Gaetti and Kirby Puckett, Kent Herbeck, they were 3 pretty good players they had.
2-1 to count on Gaetti. Langford's at first, 2 outs. In the bottom of the 5th, Cardinals with a 4-1 lead. Fouled past third. Two and 2 to count.
Gaetti hit, where John tells us from the truck, over 8 times he hit 20 home runs. 20 home runs 8 times. 20 or more home runs 8 times. So, I mean, you know, you start piling them up like that. He's not going to hit 500, but it's a lot of homers.
He's strong, Gaetti. Right field, Barron right there, and makes a catch to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on. After 5 innings, Cardinals lead the Phillies 4-1.
Well, not much of a crowd here today, but it should be a good game. All right, Stewart's batting 3 here.
Hold my Budweiser. I'm going to go find those guys.
All right, Wedman toes the rubber. Delivered. Whoa! A long drive to left field. That ball's going to carry. It's going out of here. There's one lucky fan out there, but he's got something in his hands. What's he going to do? He's got to make his move. It's doesn't look good. Oh, that ball bounced about 20 feet off his head.
Please, just let go of the beer.
Let go of the beer, son.
Hey, there's more to a Phillies game than just baseball. Check out the fan zone. Man, this place is awesome. Video batting challenge. Bet you the big green guy goes nuts in there. Some days they let the kids run the bases. They would come into the bullpen. This is where I make my living. As you can see, I'm still in there. So come on out. It's fun.
Why does Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile have the most advanced digital network on the East Coast? So your cell phone will work here. And out here. It's perfectly clear here. In fact, to ensure that you'll have enhanced voice clarity and privacy, we built a digital network of monumental proportions. After all, a cell phone is only as good as the network it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile.
Well, Rex Hudler's going to lead it off for the Phillies here in the 6th inning. They trail at 4-1. Let's look at after 5. Both the starters still around. Mark Leiter has allowed 4 runs on 7 hits, including back-to-back homers. No walks for either pitcher. Both of them have struck out 4, but Donovan Osborne has allowed just 3 hits. Phillies have 1 run in the game that's unearned. 2 of the runs off Leiter to this point are unearned.
Top of the order, Rex Hudler. 0 for 2, takes a strike. Hudler, Sepsic, Jeffries, first 3 batters against Donovan Osborne.
Trying to catch Gaetti way back at 3rd and drop a bunt down there and get something started.
Take that ball in the dirt. 2 strikes on Hudler.
Osborne, much better command of his curveball changeup tonight. He doesn't have to throw as many fastballs in key situations. That's how he got hurt Sunday at the vet.
Chased another one down. Struck him out. Junior Jumbo Gym Bag Day, Sunday, August 24th, 1:35 start against the Dodgers. Brand new gym bag, extra large for extra stuff, blue with double handles, and free for all fans, 14 and under, compliments of Amtrak. Sefcik, good catch, Mabry. Take a base hit away from Kevin Sefcik.
Mabry got a great jump on that ball. If he hesitates at all, it's going to dump in front of him, and he made a fine play. Here he comes. He was running hard all the way. Goes into one of those little slides, and then the turf flips him.
Mabry from Westchester University. 2 quick outs. Here's Jeffries. Jumbo Bag Day is Sunday, August 24th, a 1:35 start. Compliments of Amtrak for 14-year-olds and under. Call 463-1000 for your tickets.
Osborne's a little upset there. He thought that he was far enough along that Jeffrey should not have gotten time. Watch right here. See how late Jeffrey stepped out? And you see Osborne just about ready to deliver the ball. Wants to know, how can he get time that late?
An overreaction by a pitcher is all that is. 2 strikes on Jeffries.
It's always their fault, isn't it? Or his.
Well, what is that a big deal what just happened there? I mean, hey, Jeffries wasn't ready to hit. He is now, Wheels. Rips that ball to Gaetti. Got him on a close play. And the Phillies quickly go in order. Cardinals bat in the 6th. They lead 4-1.
You've been smart to hold off buying a new car.
because the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. On Neon and Stratus, get $1,000 cash back. On Intrepid, get up to $1,500 cash back. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Computers, page 45.
Temping, 107.
Air conditioning, 23.
There's one place where businesses always connect, where they run more efficiently, attract more business.
Contractor, page 48.
Oh, yes, I know your work. Building inspection, page 35.
The Bell Atlantic business-to-business buying guide. Maybe they saw our ad on 93. Cool. From suppliers to manufacturers, it's where business meets business.
The average car travels 12,000 miles a year. The average tires last 40,000 miles. The conclusion? Sooner or later, you're going to need a new set of wheels. Where do you go? I'm getting to that. A place with thousands of tires and the best brands rolling. People with diplomas in tireology and floors your grandmother could kiss. Oh, yeah, and they serve a great cup of joe. NTB, National Tire and Battery. We're everything you want, nothing like you'd expect.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by your Quality Plus Ford dealers, who invite you to test drive Ford's all-new Expedition. And by Bell Atlantic 9X Mobile, who has the largest network on the East Coast because your calls must get through. Cardinals bat here in the 6th, leading 4-1.
Great baseball city here in St. Louis. A lot of kids here at the ballpark tonight. Really enthusiastic crowd. Mark McGwire's first home game here in St. Louis. That's added to the atmosphere.
John Mabry leads it off. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Just made a nice play in the outfield. And Mark Leiter still on the mound. Strike one on Mabry. Scored 2 unearned runs in the first, and 2 earned in the second inning.
Ball hit off his bat there for a strike. There's
Third inning, I should say.
Reggie Harris throwing in the bullpen for the Phillies. He hasn't been in a game for a while. The starters have gone deep into ball games, so a couple pitchers, Harris and Roughcorn, have not been used all that much.
I saw Roughcorn at breakfast this morning, and I couldn't remember that he'd been with the club. It's been so long since he'd pitched. Called him out on that inside, in the area of the inside corner.
Pitch prior to that went right off his bat for a foul, and strike 3 called. Mabry didn't like it.
1 out. 5th strikeout for Leiter. DeFelice, the batter. Ball 1. And Mike DeFelice. He has a single in the game. Fouled it back.
Tom Pagnazzi's only played 4 games this year for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's been injured. He's out on another rehab. And that has certainly hurt them because he's one of the premier defensive catchers in the league. Chips in offensively. But it's given a guy like DeFelice and Lampkin a lot of chances to play this year.
Jammed him. Stocker up with the ball. Easy out at first. 2 outs here for the Cardinals. Dave Bell has a single in 2 times at bat. Excuse me, David Bell. Strike one on David Bell.
He played with his grandfather.
Grandfather? That's right. Watched his son play, Buddy. Gus's son. This is Buddy's son. David Bell has just taken another strike. 2 strikes on David Bell.
One of these 3 generations of guys that play in the big leagues. The Boones were the first, and now the Bells. Gus, Buddy, and David. Buddy, the manager now with the Detroit Tigers, where Terry Francona was last year.
Low and outside. Yeah. Buddy had Terry Francona as his coach.
Third base coach last year. Terry said he learned a lot about losing last year when the Tigers went through that, and then they got better, and he's hoping the same thing will happen here.
It has happened here.
Darn right, it has. The last couple of weeks have been pretty good.
There's been some development anyway, you know. 2-2 the count here to David Bell. His uncle calls him Dave, but, you know, uncles don't count. Full count.
So Rowland just shot a shot of Rowland, now Mike Lieberthal, and there are 2 guys that have really improved a lot over the last couple months.
3-2 on Bell.
That's what happens when they're 8th. That's a perfect example of why guys hate to hit 8th. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. The pitcher on deck, you get a slider. Don't get a whole lot of fast balls when you hit 8th. And there it is, a 3-2 slider, and he hits it foul. Not worried about it. If he walks and he figures, well, I'll get the pitcher.
Swung, I believe.
Yep.
Struck him out, and that'll retire the side. 6 strikeouts for Leiter. Cardinals go in order. Harry Kellis joins Wheels in the 7th. After 6 full, 4-1 St. Louis.
Every day there are more and more demands on your time. So you should demand more from your bank. Like the ease of banking by phone. Banking from just about anywhere by PC. Or anytime by ATM. And the convenience of full-service banking 7 days a week at all of our supermarket locations. To find out more, stop by any of our offices or call us at 1-800-MELON-24. Melon, it's where you're going.
Blockbuster has all the hot summer hits, more hot new releases, and more copies of them. Donnie Brasco, Sling Blade, Jungle to Jungle, Shine, Fools Rush In, Private Parts. We're turning up the heat with more movies than anyone in the world. Blockbuster's hot summer hits. Take them home and make it a Blockbuster night.
With a Magnum engine here and spacious interior there, Dodge Ram van is all work. Add a seat here, a TV VCR there, wood trim, custom audio, and what was once all work becomes all play. The Dodge Ram conversion van. Add cash back here, plus packet values there, and you can get up to $3,200 off, making the Dodge Ram conversion van a superior choice, here and there. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
A pride of the Phillies poster in the final Mellon PSFS Business Person Special when the Phillies play the Padres Wednesday, August 27th at 1:05. Great seat locations start at just $5. Call 463-1000 and ask about the daily special.
After 6 innings of play, the Cardinals 4, the Phillies 1. Saturday at 6, Caroline is sued for negligence, and CJ wants to become a mother in Baywatch. Catch the wave of fun on WB17. Here is Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz, and
He and teammate or partner Bob Carpenter tossing some goodies out of the booth next to us during the 7th inning stretch, and the crowd reacting. There goes some potato chips, pretzels, caps. They're having a great time over there. we're not throwing anything out, but we're going to bring Harry back for play-by-play.
All right, Wheels, thank you. It's 4-1 St. Louis. Leading off for the Phils will be Scott Rowland. Ozzie Smith. Arguably the best defensive shortstop to play this beautiful game of baseball. I was amazed that, when he was playing all these years, I talked to him down in the field and all that and got to know him pretty well, but I grabbed him by the bicep tonight because you're close enough here, and he settled low and we exchanged pleasantries, and I grabbed him by the bicep, and I could not believe how strong, how big a bicep that man has. I mean, you see him on the field, you think of him as a little guy, but wow.
Well, he went to that Mackie Shilstone, 7, 8 years ago, and that changed his whole physical conditioning aspect. And you remember he turned from kind of a banjo hitter to a guy who was a much tougher out, and that was because of Mackie Shilstone down in New Orleans. That turned Ozzie around as far as physically.
Yeah. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Scott Rowland, who was fly to deep center and struck out. He has a hitting streak on the line. Rowland, a 14-gamer coming into this game. The Phillies just have done nothing with Donovan Osborne.
Donovan Osborne went 3+ innings in that game at the vet.
Yeah.
And tonight, he had a lead, and he's run pretty well with it. He had a quick lead for him tonight. He's a different pitcher.
Used his changeup effectively tonight. Phillies' only run has been an unearned run. Full count to Rowland. To shortstop David Bell, and Rowland is retired. 1 down here in the 7th.
He's pitched him tough tonight. Threw him a 3-2 changeup last time up and struck him out. That time he jammed him after pitches away. So Osborne has much better location tonight. And as I mentioned, I think him getting those 2 quick runs really helped him. Here he comes in with either a cutter or a slider, and you could see he jammed him, and he just hit the weak grounder.
Brings up Mike Lieberthal. He has knocked in the only Phillies run with a sac fly. He is 0 for 1 officially. One ball and no strikes to Lieberthal. Ball is low, 2-0 to Mike Lieberthal. Three and nothing.
Phillies need base runners right here, so it's a take situation for Lieberthal, down by 3 runs in the 7th.
Osborne has fallen behind a few hitters, but he hasn't walked anybody. He's come back to get him out. 3-1. He has struck out 6 and no bases on balls. Still hadn't walked anybody as Lieberthal pops it foul, and Mark McGwire puts it away. 2 down, and that'll bring up Rico Brogna. Osborne now has retired 11 in a row since Greg Jeffrey's infield single in the 4th. August 27th, Wednesday at 1:05 against San Diego. Tony Gwynn and Company, business person special number 5. Midweek midday fun at the vet. Mellon PSFS business person special. That'll be against San Diego. Come on, watch Tony Gwynn and the Phils on the 27th. Call for tickets by calling 215-463-1000. When you call that number, be sure to ask about our daily special. Brogna singled and was robbed of extra bases on a great catch by Ray Langford. Brogna checked. It's 2-0. So Rico has held his own. He has trouble against left-hand pitching, but he's held his own certainly tonight against Osborne. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Very high fly ball, shallow left, can't near the line, near the stands, runs out of room. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is and always has been, Wheels, a great baseball city.
Yeah.
And the enthusiasm here tonight was just great. Before the game, you could feel it, and a lot had to do with McGwire, obviously. Right. But this is a team coming off a 2-9 road trip, and they draw a big crowd here tonight, and a very enthusiastic crowd, and it's been fun being in the ballpark.
Yeah. We haven't heard the attendance, but I'll bet you it's 40-some, huh?
Could be, yeah.
Right around 40 anyhow.
And of course, as we talked about earlier, they have a football game going on right now with through 60,000.
Fly ball deep center field, but Langford won't have to drape himself against the fence for this one. That'll be it for the Phillies in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Stretch time at Busch Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 4-1 St. Louis.
Hi, I'm Tom Arnold.
Yeah, we know. And I'm Shannon Tweed of The Tom Show.
That's my show.
It's our show. I play Tom's ex-wife.
You know, honey, whatever happened to us?
You mean you?
So.
Watch The Tom Show this fall on the WB.
You know, I think we're finally starting to communicate.
I don't think so.
The Tom Show, coming this fall to the WB.
It's the time you've been waiting for. Ford's factory authorized clearance is finally here.
This is the best price I've ever seen on an Explorer.
Now pay only $299 a month for 24 months on America's #1 selling Ford Explorer.
It's the truck I wanted at the price I wanted.
That's America's #1 selling Ford F-150. Clearance priced at just $234 a month for 24 months.
This is our biggest event of the year.
Now during Ford's factory authorized clearance at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
You're the one that I want.
It's time for Bernie Williams to get into the batter's box and face a rock-hard ball coming from just 60 feet 6 inches away. Battling sinkers, sliders, curves, fastballs, and the occasional brushback. But Bernie doesn't sweat it. Hey, he's got a whole 1/10 of a second to react.
Hi, this is Dick Vermeil with a message of thanks from Independence Blue Cross to our 2.5 million plus members. Recently, we reached the highest number of members in our 59-year history. So thanks to all of you for your trust and for leaning on us.
Here's your Chevrolet game summary coming up as that young fans having a good time here tonight at Busch Stadium. Ray Langford broke a long homerless streak for the Cardinals with his 23rd. Then Mark McGwire came right back with one, his first homer. 26 at-bats for the Cardinals. Donovan Osborne, 7 strong innings, a lot of fly balls, 6 strikeouts. Phillies have committed 3 errors. 2 of the Cardinals' runs are unearned. Mike Leiter knocked in the Phil's 1 run of the game. His 49th RBI of the year coming on a sacrifice fly. The Phil's run also is unearned.
Donovan Osborne will be taken out after 7 innings. Scott Livingstone will come out and pinch hit for Osborne. So 7 good innings by Donovan Osborne. Gave up 1 run unearned on 3 hits. Struck out 6, didn't walk anybody, and retired the last 12 to face him. This is Livingstone. Chases a low pitch, 1 strike to him. Mark Leiter hasn't walked anyone either. Leiter has pitched certainly well enough to win, but those have not scored for him. Of the 4 runs Leiter has given up, just 2 of them are earned and 2 unearned.
Looks like the new pitcher out there is Curtis King, who's the Plymouth Whitemarsh High School graduate out of Norristown.
Textile.
Right, from Norristown.
0-2 to Livingstone, who's hitting at 155. As a pinch hitter, he's 6 for 37. Made his major league debut at Veterans Stadium against the Phils.
Been in 2 games since then.
Takes a called third. Livingstone is called out on strikes. Phillies don't get him out much. A lifetime .390 hitter against Phillies pitching, but he took that one. 7 strikeouts for Leiter, 1 down here in the 7th.
Leiter had been throwing him a lot of fork balls in the dirt, and then he throws him a backdoor breaking ball that kind of locked him.
Leiter, the last 2 times out, has had a good curveball to go along with his fastball, slider, and splitter. Quite a few curveballs last Sunday in his 10-1 win over the Cardinals. 1 ball and no strikes to DeShields. DeShields has singled in 3 at-bats and scored a run. able to throw his off-speed stuff for strikes for the most part tonight. He's kept the Phillies in the game, certainly, but Donovan Osborne pretty well handcuffed the Phils. Cardinals lead it 4-1. Into right center field, Rex Hudler puts it away for out number 2.
Yeah, and even though they're down by 3 runs, you've got another starter, looks like ready to give you 7 innings. And, you know, you can compete that way when you get that kind of starting pitching.
Yeah. Phils during this stretch since the All-Star break when they're 1 over 500 and getting excellent starting pitching.
Gallen's spent a lot more time in the dugout lately, which is where he'd rather be. There he is talking to Terry Francona.
Ron Gant is 1 for 3. Takes a breaking ball, a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. There's another hit for Gant into right center field. Pitch was probably a ball the same as his first at bat. He likes the ball up, and that pitch was probably high, but he likes that ball up there.
And he likes to hit the high pitch, and he also, you can get him out on those pitches too. If you get him up a little higher, he'll chase him. There he goes with a breaking ball. It kind of hung in the middle of the plate a little bit, and he hit it hard.
Brings on Ray Langford. He's fly to deep left, homered and singled. And made a great catch in the outfield. It's hard to believe that this year was Ray Langford's first appearance in an All-Star game. And he's just against the Phils, but he is good ball play, offensively, defensively, on the bases.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of holes.
No, he does not. St. Louis leading it 4-1. Leiter will throw to first frequently. And stolen 11 bases this year. He's been thrown out 3 times. Cardinals are 3rd in the league in stolen bases. So they're still not like the running Redbirds of old, but they're still a running team.
Well, one of the reasons they used to rely on speed so much was the AstroTurf here and the dimensions of this ballpark. Now it's grass and dirt, and it's a lot shorter to the alleys and to center field. It's a much more hitter-friendly ballpark. Looks nice, too. They've done a great job here.
They really have.
They don't have a football team here anymore, so they can change a lot of things around.
A ball's and a strike to Langford. He tires of waiting and steps out. About 100,000 people in downtown St. Louis tonight because Dick Vermeil's St. Louis Rams are hosting those Arizona Cardinals tonight at the Trans World Dome. Brand new dome stadium here, so with the 40,000 here and 60,000 there, a lot of folks are downtown St. Louis. That's well hit to left field, still carrying. Caught by Jeffries against the fence to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 8th. It's 4-1 St. Louis.
We could not deny the RAV4 our top ranking.
The RAV4 breaks expected molds.
The RAV4 rides a great deal better than many a sedan.
Handling in both RAV4 models is excellent.
The all-new RAV4 recreational activity vehicle starts at only $15,118. Maybe we should start calling it the Rave 4.
Driving it is great fun.
When I call, I don't want to get bounced around or put on hold.
When that phone rings, your name is Mrs. Langley? It's my call, it's no one else's. And check this problem for you. And it's up to me to get whatever answers you need, no matter what. All the information that I need is easily accessible and at my fingertips. Did you say you're experiencing flickering lights? If I can't find the answer, my coworkers will help me out. I enjoy dealing with people. Thank you for calling Pico Energy. My name is Demetrius. How may I help you?
No matter how slippery it gets, you gotta stay in control. Now during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event, you can get 2.9 APR financing or cash back on a roomy Chevy Blazer. Blazer helps give you driver control on most any road surface. And that's a little security in an insecure world. There's great offers on other cars and trucks, too. There'll never be a better time to get a 97 Chevy than during the Chevy Big Value, Big Savings event.
Right now, get 2.9 financing or $1,500 factory cash back at your local Chevy Geo dealer.
Phillies baseball is being brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, I love what you do for me. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, the official beer of Major League Baseball. This Bud's for you. Umpiring crew, a little fun between innings. Angel Hernandez, Frank Pulley, the crew chief, and Eric Gregg. Good umpiring crew. And we have a new pitcher for St. Louis, the Philadelphian Curtis King from Norristown. Went to Plymouth White Marsh High School and Philadelphia Textile. He's coming on here for Donovan Osborne in the 8th inning. King is appearing at his 4th game. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 1 strikeout and 1 walk. So he's given up a few base runners, but he's been able to get out of it without a run scoring. Tony Barron, the first one to face him, has singled in 2 at-bats. 1 ball and no strikes. On the inside corner, 1-1. King started the year at Arkansas AA ball, where he was 2-3 with 16 saves, 4.46 ERA. Bouncing ball tapped to second. DeShields charges and takes care of Barron, 1 down. Then he moved up to Louisville, where he, in 16 games he was 2-1 with a 2.05 ERA at the AAA level. So he's made a rapid advance in the Cardinal chain from AA, AAA, now in the major leagues.
Yeah, we saw him last week at Veterans Stadium. He's throwing his fastball well over 90 miles per hour and down.
Kevin Stocker is grounded into a fielder's choice and grounded out. He'll turn around and bat left now against the right-hander King. 4-1 St. Louis. We're in the 8th inning. 1 strike to Stocker. Wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ray Cummings has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Mark Leiter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Leiter will be taken out. Leiter pitching 7 innings certainly kept the Phils in this game, and the Phils haven't been able to score for him. He gave up 4 runs, just 2 of them earned. 8 hits. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 7. 2-2 the count to Stocker. Meanwhile, Cardinal pitching has retired 13 in a row since Jeffrey's infield single in the 4th inning. Two to Kevin Stocker. Leiter. Good job, quality start. He'll lead trailing. Ground ball. DeShields fielded. Probably be an error on Delino.
Talk to Cardinal people and they'll tell you they've been making a lot of errors lately, a lot of careless errors, and it's been leading to losses. Now you're in a situation here at the bottom of the order with a 3-run lead late, and Delano DeShields just kicks an easy ground ball. I mean, it's a play that he knows he has to make, and you know, it's not even hit hard.
Like he tried to one-handed, he did.
Yeah, he's circling the ball. I mean, it's just an easy play. You know, well, infielders can one-hand balls like that. He just let it kick off the heel of his glove.
Brings on Midray Cummings as a pinch hitter for Mark Leiter. Cummings hitting at .233 since joining the Phils, batting at .321 as a pinch hitter, 5 for 31 with a homer. And 4 runs batted in. 1 ball and no strikes. So Phil's trying to get something going. That snaps the string. That error of 13 consecutive batters retired by Cardinal pitching. Line drive center field. Langford makes the run. Got a good jump on the ball. He was playing fairly shallow for Cummings. Make that Scarborough Green. Scarborough Green making the play.
Yeah, Scarborough Green, we saw him last week in Philadelphia, and he can fly, and he was playing really shallow. So we can't tell here, but he was real shallow and had a bust for that ball. And back he goes and makes a really good running catch. Scarborough Green, who came in for Langford because Langford's having trouble with a hamstring. And another young man who they just brought up from their farm system.
Well, they made a double switch, so they'll hit King third and Scarborough Green ninth. Good play by Scarborough Green. And Ruben Amaro will come out as a pinch hitter. That's a good play by the young man.
Yeah, and you get a little better feel there about how far he went for that, too, because as I mentioned, he was playing very shallow. Langford can't play that shallow right now because of his leg problem.
Ruben Amaro batting for Rex Hudler. Amaro hitting at .238. As a pinch hitter, he is 7 for 43 with a home run. One ball and no strikes to Amaro.
Cardinals are warming up a right-hander and a left-hander in the bullpen just in case. Tony Fossas, I think, looks like the left-hander out there. There it is. That's Fossas, and John Frascatore, the right-hander.
Missing, it's 2 balls and no strikes to Ruben Amaro. Eighth inning, Cardinals lead it by a score of 4-1. Three balls and no strikes. King doesn't want to do this.
No, and if he does, then we'll see what Terry Francona decides to do. I mean, if he hits Morandini for Sefcik, then Fossas comes in, and Fossas is really tough on left-handed batters.
Walk Amaro on 4 pitches. First walk of the night for either side. Phillies with 2 men on base, and Sefcik will come up to hit. Sefcik is struck out, flied out, and lined out to right.
Now, there's, as LaRussa looks on, this just tells you that Francona would rather have this matchup. The right-hander against the right-handed pitcher as opposed to hitting a left-handed batter here and getting Fossas into the game. So a little bit of a chess match here, and this is the way it's going to shake out. Is a great weapon when you have a tough left-hander in your bullpen at this point in the ball game, because it takes the manager's move away. He might want to go to his left-handed batter, but he can't.
Mike DeFelice goes out to talk to Curtis King. So he misses on the first pitch to Sefcik. Ball and no strikes to Sefcik. Fastball, and he fouled it off. He's got a good enough fastball. He had kind of a curious pitch selection to Amaro, the pinch hitter, throwing a lot of breaking balls, off-speed pitches. 1 ball and 1 strike to Sefcik. Ooh. Lewis's dugout.
Boy, did that scatter them.
Sure did. That was sharply hit.
They're all, a lot of them stand up. That's Stottlemyre there, who's in the jacket right behind. Alan Dennis.
Gieselman right there with the glasses. It was heading right for Gieselman. He got down in a hurry and avoided that sharply hit ball. Wild pitch moving up to third base as Stocker holding at first as Amaro.
Yeah, Amaro did the right thing there because he did not see that ball right away. He did not have a look at it the way that Stocker did. Stocker had real good view of it, so Amaro didn't see how far it had bounced away. And when you're down by 3 runs, you don't take any chances. See right here, you'll see it bounce away, and right there, the runner on second sees that perfectly, but the runner on first can't.
Well, the Philly runners are at first and third with 2 outs. Sepsik beats a foul, still 2-2 to Kevin Sepsik. Eighth inning, Cardinals lead it 4-1. Breaking ball in this one. He's not able to throw that slider for strikes.
No, 2-2 breaking ball your catcher can lead you into a trap with that, because now all of a sudden you have to go 3. I don't say you have to, but the odds are you're going to go 3-2 fastball and you might get hurt.
Fastball hit on the ground to Gaetti. Gaetti across the diamond, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 2 left. We move to the bottom of the 8th, 4-1 St. Louis.
We had a phone bill you would not believe, but now we dial 10321, then 1 the area code and the number, and we save over AT&T on every call in the U.S. and 50% on all calls over 20 minutes. No signing up, we just dial it.
If you've been waiting to buy a new minivan, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $1,000 cash back on Caravan, or pay this low price for our 7-passenger Caravan, making it the lowest price minivan in the industry. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Hank, you mind if I make a long-distance call?
Just dial 10321, then the number as usual.
10321.
We save over AT&T on every call in the U.S.
50% on all calls over 20 minutes.
Every hour, every day.
Plus great international rates.
10321.
Good evening. I'm Steve Highsmith. In the news at this hour, police say a grandmother murdered a baby found unconscious in this home. A makeshift memorial is erected for an accused robber, and at LaSalle, Pop Warner is honored. Larry?
And we barely missed a nor'easter.
Also, death by drinking for Russians, plus a report from St. Louis after the Phillies game.
Welcome back to St. Louis, everybody. The Phillies trailing the Cardinals by the score of 4-1. I'm Mike Dardis. This is a Mazda Sports Break. Here's what's going on tonight. First of all, in baseball, Giants pitcher Mark Gardner. He had a no-hitter through 6 1/3 against the Montreal Expos. San Francisco goes on to win it 4-zip. Football news, despite an injured calf, Steelers running back Jerome Bettis will play Monday night in the exhibition game against the Eagles. The bus expected to play about a half of that game. And Rasheed Wallace of the Portland Trail Blazers holds a basketball clinic at the Palestra today. We will hear from the Philly product after the game on WB 17 News at 10. And guys, also another event going on tonight in St. Louis. The Rams home exhibition opener against the Cards. And in the 3rd quarter, the Rams lead at 9-0. And of course, our old friend Dick Vermeil coaching in his first home game here in St. Louis. So good luck to him.
Yeah, good luck to Dick Vermeil. He's a great guy, and we wish him nothing but the best with those St. Louis Rams. They lead at 9-0, and good man. I'm sure he's glad to be back as a head coach in the National Football League, and nobody will work harder. He'll put in 20-hour days. Ruben Amaro stays in the game to play center field. Thanks, Mike. Ruben Amaro in center field now, and Reggie Harris. It's been a while since he's taken the mound. 12 days. He last pitched in Los Angeles on July 27th. So Harris comes on for Mark Leiter. He's 1-1, lost 3, 5.06 ERA, 48 innings. A lot of strikeouts and a lot of walks, 40 strikeouts and 40 walks.
She said he hasn't pitched for a while, and that pitch is a little outside. This is not the spot in the game where he normally comes into, but the reason being that he hasn't pitched for a while, so it looks like Terry Francona wants to get him an inning. Plus, Metallico and Spradlin have been used a lot lately, and Gomes has also been into a lot of games.
1 ball and no strikes to McGwire, who has homered in 3 at-bats, 2-0 to him.
Dennis Eckersley is starting to loosen up in the bullpen as this game at this point is a save situation for the Cardinals.
Big hack, no contact.
There is one of the all-time great relief pitchers in baseball history, who started his career as a starting pitcher.
Active leader in all-time saves now that Lee Smith is retired. 2-1. Harris has to know McGwire because he pitched for Oakland in the early 90s, pitched 18 games, 16 in 90 and 2 in 91, so he has to know Mark McGwire, and he walks in.
Crowd boos. They want to see him swing.
Bring up Gary Gaetti. Gaetti's been safe on an error, has struck out and lined out to right. Just missed wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Harris has good stuff, but he's got to be able to throw some strikes. He's got a good fastball. It's 93, 94. Slider and a splitter, but there he starts Gaetti out with a slider that missed badly.
Now here's a big breaking ball here that is outside, or as you said, just outside. Sound like Euchre.
Bob Euchre said that. Just
a little outside.
1 ball and no strikes to Gaetti. Ground ball to short, should be a double play. No, it's not going to be. They're going to get the lead runner. But the juggle by Stocker cost the Twin killing. They get McGwire at second base, Gaetti at first on a fielder's choice.
Amazing how many times you see it when guys come off turf to grass or vice versa, grass back to turf. They have games where they struggle a little bit the first time. Not an excuse. It just happens. Roland had a ball eat him alive in the first inning that cost him 2 runs. That ball jumped a little bit on Stocker. But when you change surfaces, sometimes you will see infielders for the first game have problems.
John Mabry, line drive hit to left field. Mabry's first hit of the night. Cardinals ninth, and St. Louis with 2 men on base, 1 out for Mike DeFelice, the catcher. DeFelice has singled, struck out, and grounded out.
The Phillies are going to get Wayne Gomes up in the bullpen now as they want to try and keep this to a 3-run ball game.
Slider that he threw for a strike. No balls and a strike to DeFelice. At Reggie Harris, Terry Francona, and Jeff Cooper are out. Harris is a strong young man, but wow. I hate to see that. He had no chance to cover up.
Well, it is barehanded, looks like. Right hand or right wrist.
He must have gotten the arm up because it was headed right for his head.
Yeah, that was self-defense there.
Scary.
Jeff Cooper's examining his right thumb. As you see this ball hit right back, it's away, and Gaetti goes right back through the middle. Harris got his hand up, and it hit off that hand or the thumb area, it looks like. There it is from another angle.
Ooh. Wow. All right. No time to react to that.
No, he's just trying to protect himself.
Yeah.
Jeff Cooper, one of the best, if not the best in the business. How about this? He's going to try and throw.
He's going to try to throw, evidently. It'll be a hit for Gaetti, and the bases are now loaded with one out. I guess Harris is going to stay in.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Well, he hasn't gotten into a game for in a long time, so I'm going to leave.
But he's also in trouble. Bases loaded, one out for David Bell, who has lived on air, singled and struck out. Scarborough Green waiting on deck. Cardinals lead at 4-1. One strike to Bell. Inside 1-1. This for the slider. 2 balls and a strike to David Bell.
There you see the situation. Base is loaded, so Reggie Harris has to throw a strike.
Phillies ace Kurt Schilling. Usage talking to Harry Francona. Shell will be pitching here on Sunday.
He loves to talk the game, among many things.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Bell.
It's a one-way conversation right there.
Taps it softly, Rowland comes home. Oh, safe all around. Rowland kind of threw it into the runner, safe all around. A run scores. It's now a 5-1 ball game.
Well, that was his only play. He wasn't going to get Bell at first. As Harry said, he threw it into the runner, and luckily Lieberthal didn't get hurt. Gaetti gets flipped here, but somehow he touches the plate. There it was. He touched the plate and then got flipped because Greg Bonas said safe immediately.
You get Bell a single and a run batted in. Base is still loaded. It's now 5-1. Cardinals leading, and Scarborough Green bats for the first time.
This also has Eckersley a little confused. He's standing out there with his arms folded right now, wondering whether he's going to come into the game or not because it's no longer a save. There he is. He wants to know, what am I going to do here now?
Green, since coming up, is 1 for 10. Kevin Stocker calls time, comes in to talk to Reggie Harris. Scarborough Green at Louisville was hitting at .254. Start of the year at Arkansas, AA ball, where he was hitting .307.
He could flat out run too. We saw him last week.
Yeah, you don't double him, and maybe that's what Stocker was talking about. As the infield plays in.
Right, they know they can't double him, so they're going to play in unless the ball's hit really hard at a middle infielder. If not, they'll come home.
Fouls it back and out of play. 1-1 the count to Scarborough Green. St. Louis native from nearby Creve Coeur. Has been unable to throw his slider for strikes. 2 balls and a strike to Scarborough Green. Base hit center field. Mabry scores. Everybody else moves up 1. Scarborough Green. The line single to center, and it's now 6-1 St. Louis.
Terry Francona might bring Gomes into the game now. You see him. Well, maybe not. I guess he's going to let Harris keep working.
I'll bring up Delino DeShields.
Here's a base hit to center field, 1 base at a time, as it was hit hard right at the center fielder Amaro.
First Major League RBI for Scarborough Green. Infield stays in. 1 ball and no strikes to DeShields. DeShields is 1 for 4. Doing nothing. Scott Ruffcorn, who is also not pitched in a long time, is now up in the Phillies bullpen. High fly ball left field, not deep. Jeffries calls off Stocker and makes the play, and the runners will have to hold. That's 2 outs. And it's going to bring on Ron Gant. Gant is 2 for 4 with a pair of singles.
Jeffries has to make that play because when you have a drawn-in infield, that's really a tough play for an infielder to turn their back and run out and catch that kind of ball, and he had to come a long way for it. By the way, Eckersley did sit down, and John Frascatore now up to pitch the 9th inning.
Could leave that Curtis King in. He would have a save opportunity. He came in when it was a 3-run game. No strikes. 1-0 to Gant. Bases loaded. 2 runs in, 2 outs. Cardinals lead 6-1.
Cardinals also see a chance to finally pick up a game on Houston because they were beaten by the Mets tonight.
Marlins are winning also. They can pick up a game on Atlanta as they're leading Atlanta at Turner Field.
Big series there. 4-game series for Florida and Atlanta at Atlanta after Florida beat them 3 out of 4 last week in Pro Player Stadium. It's the last time they'll play this year, too, this weekend.
Yeah. Well hit. Look out. This is caught by Amaro right in front of the fence. A near grand slam. But the Cardinals add 2 runs here in the 8th inning. 4 hits. No Philly errors. They lead them loaded. We go to the 9th, 6-1 St. Louis.
This is a battery. It has positives, it has negatives. The positives, it makes your car go. The negatives, there are no negatives. Not if you come to NTB, National Tire and Battery. We sell diehards, the most preferred name in batteries since, well, who knows? Give us a buzz. Think positive. NTB, National Tire and Battery. We're everything you want, nothing like you'd expect.
If you've been postponing the purchase of a brand new truck, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $13.50 off on a Dodge Dakota or up to $11.85 in package value discounts on a Dodge Ram. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance. Because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
the most prestigious national authority on evaluating managed health plans, has awarded Keystone Health Plan East a full accreditation.
By meeting all of the NCQA's rigorous standards, Keystone is among the top 20% of the nation's HMOs, receiving the highest accreditation possible.
We will continue to work hard to merit this accreditation.
Because we've understood how important quality health care is for you and your family for nearly 60 years.
For unsurpassed quality,
you can lean on us.
Phillies baseball has been brought to you in part by Mellon PSFS. It's where you're going. By your local Chevrolet Geo dealers. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. The health insurance companies you can lean on.
After 8 innings of play, St. Louis 6, Phillies 1. Sunday at 9, Nikki and Ross both decided it's time to take a stand on Unhappily Ever After, only on WB 17. John Frascatore will be the new pitcher. Frascatore coming in here for Curtis King, who pitched 1 inning, gave up no runs, no hits, no strikeouts, and 1 walk. And now it's Frascatore. As I said, he could have left Curtis King in there. I don't know. I mean, just a kid that's been called up, but would have helped his confidence certainly to notch a save in this thing.
Right, and
he would have a save opportunity.
And the flip side of that, of course, is some managers, especially veteran managers, like to get young players out of a game when they've done okay. So maybe he's thinking that way and bring the veteran guy in and get it, try to get it over with.
Frascatore is appearing in his 39th game. He's had a good year, 4-2, 2.83 ERA. Greg Jeffries takes one low. 54 innings of work, 59 hits, 17 earned runs. He struck out 40 and walked 23. Plus, selfishly, I wanted to keep King in, so all his Philadelphia friends could watch you pitch one more inning.
Exactly.
2 balls and a strike to Jeffries.
PW Colonials.
Tap to shortstop. Bell gets Jeffries. 1 down. That'll bring up Scott Rowland. He'll have another chance to keep his hitting streak going. He is 0 for 3. 14-game hitting streak on the line for Scott. Phillies have tallied just 1 run tonight on only 3 hits in the run. An unearned run at that. Off Donovan Osborne. Rowland is 0 for 3 lifetime against Frascatore. One ball and 1 strike to Scott Rowland. Never did get an attendance figure, I guess, huh?
No, I never heard one.
Breaking ball on the outside corner, 1-2. Struck him out. So Rowland will see his hitting streak come to an end here. And it'll bring up Mike Lieberthal. Lieberthal has knocked in the lone Philly run with a sacrifice fly. He's 0 for 2 officially. Chased a high fastball, 1 strike to Lieberthal. One ball and 1 strike to Lieberthal. Foul to fouled off the end of his bat. 1-2. Cardinal pitching has certainly been strong tonight. Two outs here in the ninth inning. Low, 2-2. Wide, a full count. Called out on strikes to end the ball game. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Frascatore.